Hello, everyone. Oh, goodness, it's time for more Killer8 as we play Killer7. Killer8 being a mode that is in Killer7 that we are playing now. It's a mode with an additional personality, hence why it's called Killer8, but you already knew that. I'm not telling you anything that you already didn't know, because I know that you're very smart and you pay attention, and you love Killer7 like I do. So you are quite aware of what's going on, and if you're aware of what's going on, then you know that we completed Sunset last time, and that now we're going on to Chapter 3 to meet Mr. Cloudman. But again, we're not actually really going to meet him because we're just skipping all the cutscenes, and we're just going to fight him when we reach him. It makes the chapter have a lot less charm, honestly. But that's what we're doing because we're playing Killer8. We've already seen all these scenes. See, we're going to skip that. I don't like skipping that scene. It's one of the best scenes in the game, yet we're skipping it. Also skipping Garcian getting his meal interrupted once again so we can go into Harmon's room, and then we're going to see this right happen. No, we're skipping it. We're not seeing that. You're not going to see any of that. Samantha's sitting there all innocent. We saw what she was doing. And we're just going to select him as fast as possible. Here comes Harmon. He's waking up. Now he's going back to sleep. And we're leaving. Garcian is a very efficient assassin. He's getting things done. Making things happen. With the help of young Harmon Smith and his all-powerful Tommy gun, first we're going to go to the overpass. And on the overpass, Garcian figures out, hey, that guy wore a shirt that said Texas Bronco. We should go to Texas. And neither Garcian or Mills appeared to ever hear of Andre Almeida before. Even though the supplemental materials say that Almeida is world famous. Bit of a discrepancy right there. Can't be explained. In the game, Almeida apparently is not all that well known, I guess. Gonna just walk by Owazaru, sorry. I know he's disgusted by the afros, and that's a personal problem he really should work on. He's not going to be in this level, but not that it matters too much because we weren't going to talk to him anyway, nor are we going to talk to the cult members. We are going to shoot plenty of Almeida smiles. That is still something that we are going to do. You remember how Almeida smiles work? We got to shoot them in the t-shirt, so they have a big old weak spot that's visible all the time, even on Killer8, and we do have to shoot them because we want their tokens. So we can get the President's Collection from the diner. You remember how this goes? We need to get the tokens so we can put them in the machine. Touché, that's right. So we can get all the things, complete the bottle cap collection, and only by doing that can we meet God. Now, Harmon, as strong as he is still not strong enough to move this truck. We are going to have to get Mask out, as only one man is capable of pulling this truck. I actually don't have to. I don't have to do this. I don't have to, because this is the stamina ring, and I don't have to get that. But I probably should. It probably would be good for me to get this right now. It might help me out as I play through the game. Skip by Trav. Anyone coming? Yep, this guy is. And that guy is. Let's get that ring from Susie. There she is. There's the ring. Thank you, Susie. And there you go. She can just spend time in there with her chocolate sundaes from the South that she loves so much. time for the big man. It's time for the giant smile. The Bully Demise of smiles. Though, of course, Bully Demise not interested in blowing himself up. More interested in stomping. Well, we're not going down there right now. Because we have to go to the left. Of course, we're going to skip the carrier pigeon. We don't need to get the carrier pigeon. We know which house we need to go in. Hold on, there's a camellia smile right here. Let's see if I can get it. Doesn't look like it. That didn't happen. Okay. Yep, okay. I guess you're really supposed to approach this area from the other side to get that camellia smile. Because it runs instantly after you approach from this side. And here's 210 Terry. This is one of the ones that we have to jump on with Coyote. I believe that there's an odd engraving to be found in here. And I'm gonna need the water ring, and why don't we just get Harmon back out? Because Harmon's doing all the fighting, as you've noticed. You're observant, you've noticed that. We're just switching to other personalities for mobility, when we have to get around, or unlock doors, or, say, when Coyote has to knock down walls with her wrist blood. Fortunately, since those weak spots on the Almeida Smiles are so big, they are a good source of blood in this level. Getting blood, thin blood, not that big of a deal because of the Almeida Smiles. Still not sure why there was a specific type of Heaven Smile modeled after Almeida. Did Almeida have anything to do with Kun Lan? Was he affiliated with him? It didn't seem like it, because it didn't seem like Almeida was down with the Smiles. Didn't seem like he liked them or what they were doing. And that's a Harmon's room. Don't need to go that way. So why is there a special type of smile? Wearing Almeida's shirt that we get tokens from that we can then use to put into the machine and get the President's Collection? Why is that? No, you tell me why. I've been doing all the talking. Maybe you should be doing some talking. I feel like this is kind of one-sided here. Oh, I forgot about him. It doesn't matter, though, because I'm full up on thin blood. That's something I don't need. Anyway, I'm gonna go here. This is somewhere else I need to jump. Jump up on this. I should also change back to the stamina ring while I'm at it. Then change back. Well, I didn't get hit by anything. So that's fine. Ah, right. He's there because that's in case I need to get some thin blood, because I'm going to need some in this room for Coyote. Let's see if I can get him. There we go. Of course, I only got one thing of thin blood. And I'm going to use one thing of thin blood, so I guess it works out fine. This blood stain right here on the wall. Remember, the man who lived here was murdered by a cult member because the resident had the President's Collection number 12, which is rare and one of a kind. He had it, the cult member wanted it, so he murdered the man for it, which is very reasonable. However, the cult member could not find it, but we have it. We snatched it from the wall. The murder victim, hiding it with his blood stain. His one last act of defiance, I guess. Hiding the thing that he was murdered over. You know, I don't think... It doesn't sound to me that Almeida's society is all that healthy if it promotes this kind of activity. The idea that it's worth killing someone over the President's Collection number 12. I can't agree with that. Anyway, here's this. I need to get Dan out. Let's see. Well, I'm full up on thin blood, but I used 3 for the collateral shot, and I need 2 here, so I'm going to need to fill up on a little bit of blood. 1, 2, 3.
Collateral shot.
It's kind of the annoying thing about this difficulty. That they cut off the amount of thin blood that you can have. Alright, there we go. Is that enough for 3? No, it is not. There we go. Now we got 3. I wonder if I could just run by him. I have 3. I might as well do it.
Collateral shot.
It probably wouldn't let me, right? I probably would just run up against an invisible wall if I tried to run under it. I think. Never tried it. This level does like surprising you with giant smiles, which of course is what happens when we walk through this door. And there'll be a big old smile just waiting for us on the other side. He'll see us before we even start moving. Yep, you heard him laughing. I'm getting a little bit of slowdown here. I think I had some problems with that last time. I think the giant smile fell over. Yep, there he goes. Now let me get back to Harmon. Nope, not Mask. Mask is cool. We all love him, but I don't need him right now. Just making sure I have enough tokens for the diner. Walk past this cult member. I have the odd engraving. I know what the password is. I know that I need to trust the tank top. Only Travis's tank top is the only thing in this world that I can trust. And we know the thing that we have to do is we need to hustle. Now let's see if I can get him. There we go. But there are a few walking at me at once, so I'm just going to walk up to them and turn around. Well, I got caught by him. Did a lot of damage. I guess it's a good thing I had the stamina ring on. You know, let's just run through this whole place. I don't need to stop and look at anything. And giant smiles are just going to keep spawning. Just like constantly on this road. Just going to walk by the bulletin board. Yep, I hear him. Walk past this poster and head into the Iron Crow Diner. Iron Crow does not sound like a very appealing diner. It's the word crow, I think. Nothing really about that sounds appealing. Anyway, here's this machine, the toy dispenser. Let's do it. I need 10 distinct Batole caps. That's 1. It's 2. It's 3. It's 4. It's 5. Halfway there. 6. 7. 8. Will I get there without any duplicates? 9. Only one more. 10. Did it. No duplicates. And out we go. Now I have 11 Batol caps in total. The only one I need is from the warehouse. That's the only one left that is not in my collection. And I'm just going to run by him, and we're going to pass the railroad tracks, go to the other side of the tracks, where the drugstore is, and the post office. And where some actual people are, like the person in the drugstore. In Audrey's drugstore, we need to present the photo, and there it is. She only lets people who have this photo enter the drugstore. We're not going to listen to what she has to say. We are skipping that. And since we did that, she's going to open up the warehouse where the final Batol cap of the president's collection resides. There it is. We did it. Pharmacy lock released. Of course, the pharmacy is what would be holding on to the collection. Like, who else would be doing it? We're gonna grab this. Got it. That's the final one. Let's run back out. How you doing? That's not what I meant to do at all. That's what I meant to do. Missing that target. It's a pretty big target, too. Took too long. Now someone's respawning. Well, I guess we'll just have to do that again. There we go. And road and post office and inn, because we have the complete collection, and only those who have the complete collection can enter the post office. And considering one of the Batol caps is one of a kind, that means no one uses the post office. It's an odd system. I guess it makes sense to Almeida. Probably should just run away. No real reason to actually try to kill him. See? I'm just gonna take damage when I do. I mean, I can do it. I did it before. But maybe there's really no reason to try. They kill themselves quickly enough. Yeah, let's turn around. And I'm getting pretty full up on blood. I might as well empty out in this restroom right here, which of course goes to Harmon's room. Not a very dignified entrance, but then Samantha's been up to some not so dignified activities in here. And something that someone mentioned, which I didn't actually know, is that if you tap the A button, tap it real fast, then you transfer the blood quicker, like I'm doing right now. I don't know what the purpose of this is. Why would you do this? Just something to do while you're transferring the blood? Just a reason to keep tapping on that A button? I guess. I don't know what other reason there would be. Someone had a kind of a delayed reaction, jumping down, waited till I was real close before he came. And that could have been a problem, because Harmon here is not at full health. But we're doing okay as we go along the mountain path and pass by these beautiful billboards of Andre Almeida and his perfect society. And of course, we do need to memorize them so we can take the test to enter First Life. Let's take this test. How many people appear with him? 3. With Andre Almeida. Continents? 4. What color is his afro? Purple, of course. What other color would it be? Texas Bronco on that shirt. Almeida was on Perfect City. You knew that. I know you did. Which question? It's 6. More relaxed way of life. He's wearing a suit. Which, I mean, is not that relaxed. We're loyal to the president. Hail Almeida. And if we got that wrong, we would just have to go back and look at those signs until we remembered them. Have to take the test again. Here's the security guard who doesn't know actually what he's guarding, but we're not talking to him. What we're doing, we're not talking to anyone, actually. Well, we are, in a way. We're letting our gun do the talking. Our gun is an eloquent speaker, after all. Yeah, that's right. Someone appears behind me, tries to take me by surprise. Whoop. That's a bit too close. Alright, let's head on inside and talk to the Prez. Except, of course, there is no inside. It's just more outside, but you knew that. I feel kind of bad for knocking that over. You have to figure it took quite a bit of effort to get that up. Well, I guess he's okay with it. Almeida will forgive us, but we won't know because we're not talking to him. We're skipping the scene. And of course, you know, the military grabbed him, injected him, and he kind of exploded and turned into a heaven smile, and now we're going in the ambulance. You remember. I'm walking through the ambulance. And here's our man. Remember our man with all his bacon connecting him to his afro, and we have to run away because we don't want to get touched by that bacon or Almeida himself, really. Just want him to know which direction I'm in. So he'll come this way, and then we can just loop around. Don't want to run around and have it turn out that he's facing the other way, because I'd run right into him and die instantly. And we don't want that. How far back would I go back if that happened? There's his afro. Gonna shoot it. Shoot him right in the hair. There he is. Now he's dead. It's all very funny. Gonna turn into particles and go out into the sand and turn into rain of blood. Which, of course, Clemens will recognize as being Almeida's blood, because it has such a distinctive taste. But we're not going to know about that. because we are just going to skip past that, as we have been. I wonder if there's a circle and line in those clouds. I bet if you stood in just the right place.
The name's Andre Almeida.
And I still think that Cloudman should have been a two-part chapter. Being that Almeida is the most memorable character in the game, they should have stretched him out a bit more, instead of just consigning him to a one-level chapter. Should have been more Almeida, is what I'm saying. And that's it for Chapter 3, Cloudman. Just powered right through it, ignoring what all those cult members had to say, ignoring what the drugstore worker and the postal worker and the security guard had to say, even ignored what Andre Almeida had to say, and no one ignores what he has to say. But we did, and now we completed the level, and we're saving, and we're done with Cloudman. And you know what that means? It means next time we're continuing our power walk through Killer 8. As we now go into Chapter 4, Encounter, which is going to be our jaunt through Izkaland and then the Blackburn residence. And we're going to be doing it as Harmon Smith. And please come back for that. Next time, we'll make snacks and, have a sleepover as we play Killer 8. Next time. I'll see you then for that.
Harmon Smith was an agent who took investigation and assassination missions from the U.S. government when he was young. He is part of the Smith Syndicate and the leader of the Killer7, who are his 7 persona via the multifoliate persona phenomenon. You might want to know what sort of investigation he was doing. Well, it looks like his main gig was behind-the-scenes activity relating to underground political movement. 28 years ago, in Hakone, Japan, Harmon Smith received a special kind of mission to investigate the probability of some votes. Harmon received the mission from a man named Toru Fukushima. He is one of the members of the Union 7 who wrote the Yakumo Cabinet Policy. He is also an architect who worked as a line of communication between the UN Party and the US government at the time of the Yakumo's creation. He later became the head figure of the UN Party. Harmon and Fukushima met for the first time when Fukushima gave him his mission. Fukushima summoned Harmon through his connections with the US government. The UN Party was then a puppet government under the US government. An international conference was to be held in Hakone to decide upon solutions to energy security problems in Asian regions. The conference was called the Asian Security Protocol Meeting. Rumor has it that there were 3 plans prepared for the meeting. 1. The Pipe Plan, mainly for supporting nations grouped in South Asia. 2. The Massive Plan, for the consultative nations at the conference, such as the European Union and the US government. 3. The Civic Plan, for the East. Among these 3 plans, one plan was selected via votes from the participating countries. However, no official announcement came forth declaring which plans was selected. The day before the meeting, Harmon Smith had investigated each country's intentions. He knew the way that everyone would vote. He used his own means to get this information. Fukushima used Harmon's report to pre-arrange the behind-the-scenes negotiations before the meeting. He manipulated the votes of the attending countries. In other words, as I had encouraged Almeida to do, Fukushima drew a picture that influenced the power structure of the coming 30 years. However, even then, Fukushima was not the mastermind behind it all. At any rate, back then is when everything was decided. The history of the world became maligned.